Hi everyone. So I don't know if it's just ramping up to the new year or what, but I feel like I want to make more card tutorials or book or whatever tutorials, but using the things that I have, which, that's busted out, which is like really old things. A lot of times I'm doing reviews. But I really want to go back to pull this from your stash. Like what I'm going to show you today. Hopefully, we all have papers. Bring out your beautiful papers. And I know a lot of people always want me to use the pretty papers. Like what do you do with printed cardstocks? We buy it and we love it, and then obviously sometimes we don't want to cut into it. But the other issue is how do you highlight it best, right? And I don't proclaim to be the person to come to for any of that. I'm just going to show you something fun right now, making a 5x7 card. If I do have any links, like for this newer paper pad, it'll be in the description box. Those would be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission for your purchase items to those links. But like you saw the other day, I made, what sweet card was it? Let me see if I can eyeball it right now. Oh, the one with the craft consortium papers. Super cute. Really focused on the papers, So this is going to be another paper heavy kind of project. I love the papers in here. I was looking for a pearlescent card to make my card with, but I couldn't find the beige one, and I got to get moving, So I'm like, okay, you know what? I came across this green one, and I'm like, yeah, I'll use the green. So the green's going to be my background paper. And then we're going to go through this paper pad and find some pretty papers. I mean, you guys. So pretty. And it's going to be a Z-fold card, and normally I do my Z-folds. Sometimes I've done mini slimline Z-folds. I've done, of course, regular A2 size Z-folds. I hardly ever do 5x7, so today I'm going to do a 5x7. You can definitely, from a piece of A2 size paper, which is the 8.5x11 paper, get a Z-fold card because in a 5x7 size, because all you have to do is, on the 11-inch side, cut at 10 inches. So when you fold it, and we're going to Z-fold it, you still just need it to be 7x10, right? That's what we're looking for. The base card is 7x10. This is A4 size paper. It's a little bit different, so I'm going to do something else with it. But what I was trying to say is if you're using an A4 size piece of paper, you're still going to have 1.5 inches at the top that you're going to cut off. That will give you a belly band for your Z-fold if you wanted to, right? Actually, I'll show it to you right now. I will show you what I mean. Do I have a full size? Let me see if I have a full sheet of paper near me that I can do this with. Okay, this boring white piece of paper. What I want to show you is it's really fast. Okay, so we are going to make one cut before we get started. So this is A4 size, I'm sorry, A2, regular A2, 8.5x11. What you're going to do is cut it at 10 because you need it to be 10 inches. And then we cut it at 7 inches. So when we fold it in half, it's 5x7. But for right now, what we're going to do first is make the Z-fold part of it, and then we'll cut it. And that's something I learned from Crafter's Companion a long time ago. So, again, 10 inches here. So we need the 5-inch score line, because, just to fold it right in half, it would be 5x7. But right now it's 10 by 8.5, right? We haven't cut anything off this other part. So, and then for the Z-fold, we need it also scored at 2.5. So down the center of the front page, but it doesn't really matter because you can switch this around. So we have those 2 marks. Now we're going to fold this over at 5 inches. Try to keep it nice and steady. Hopefully you'll get a nice even crease. And then we're going to fold this part back, the 2.5 inch. And there you go. Now we still have, this is 5, but it's 8.5 inches tall, right? And we don't want that. We need it to be 7 inches tall. Oopsie, sorry guys. So on this side, we're gonna go and bring it to 7 inches. So now this is 5x7. We're cutting off 1.5 inches, but that 1.5 inches is now ready for you to flip over and put it on here as your Z-fold, right? So you can get it all from one piece of paper. Since I have A4 size piece of paper that's kind of funky, I can still get a belly band, or this little band, but see how small it is? I mean, it looks great. It'll be fine, no worries. But since this card is bigger, I'm like, we might as well do this piece. So, as you can see, all it was cut off from up here, the 1.5 inches, and then you turn it over, that's all you have to do, and then glue it here and glue it here, and now you have this. And of course you're gonna mat and layer it, you can take your measurements. So super easy. I mean, if this is 7 inches tall and this is 2.5, maybe I would mat it by 6 7/8 by 2 3/8 or something, right? Just so it mats in there really nicely. Same thing for this one. And then this guy, of course, is a 5x7. Mat it however you like. Again, 6 7/8 by probably 4 7/8 or whatever. That's what I would like to do. And these pieces are 1.5 by 5. You know, figure it out if you want to do 4 7/8 by 1 3/8. And these little sections are 2.5-inch sections that are 1.5 inches deep. So again, 2 3/8 by 1 3/8 is what I would do for like those little thin mats. You know how I like my thin mats. But since we have this paper, we're going to do this differently. So I'm going to cut that piece off because it looks ugly. So I need this still to be 10 inches wide. And these are going to be two completely different pieces of paper for the card base and then for that little topper part. So again, I did the 10 and by 7 because that's all we're going to do on this one. So just get your 5x7 card base. And we're going to have to score them separately and all that, which is a little bit of a bummer, but that's okay. So I didn't think this far. Let me think. This is 7 inches tall. Should we do 3.5? Let's do 3.5. So I'm going to cut this again 10 inches wide. And I'm going to cut it so it's 3.5 inches deep. That's basically half of the 7-inch, you know? And I'm just making this up. And I'm using that Secret Garden paper. I have the whole bundle. I don't really feel like coloring and doing all this other stuff today. We'll see what happens. So these are all scraps paper we can use later, but for now I'm going to put them to the side. This is the piece I need to keep. Yep, okay. So bring back that scoring board. And again, this is a bit of a bummer, but I guess what we can do is line these up together so it's like we're scoring them at the same time. So maybe they'll be more similar, right? Because look at this paper. It's a little bit longer, this one is, because we cut them separately. I eyeballed it, you know, how you do. Okay, so 5, and I'm just going to keep going. That way maybe they're a little more similar. And 2.5. 2.5, right there. These are in no way perfect. And if anything, this is probably the most important part, where you go to fold. But that's okay. Oh, see? It needs to go this way, and I can feel that it doesn't want to. Okay, there's our 5. Oh, yay! The gardener's here. Again, not my gardener. I am my own gardener. Okay, there we go. And then back this way. And maybe I won't score this super hard. I'm just going to do a light scoring. That way when I put it on here, I can give it a really good score and make sure they're pretty even, you know. And this guy, again, just a little bit of a score, but not too hard. So now we have those two pieces. They were basically the same. We're going to flip this one over, and it's going to go right in here. All right. Now this is going to be very much paper intensive, right? We're going to use lots of paper. I'll probably just pull out a sentiment, some kind of topper sentiment that I might have from my stash. I don't know. Because everything in that Enchanted Garden has to do with coloring and stuff like that. And, or Secret Garden, sorry. See, I'm not even calling it the right name. I saw this one. I think this would be really cute. I like that they have the dies. So like if I wanted to stamp this, you know, color, you have the dies. It does have some little butterflies that you could stamp and cut. This one, I believe, has butterfly die cuts, which is cool. Of course, I want to try and go ahead and use the key. I love that. And there's a lot of sentiments in here, you know, I don't know. But a lot of it is stamping and coloring. So, you know, even this garden gate, if I wanted to cut this out and put it on here, it would look lovely. Ooh, that'd be very delicate, but lots of ways to play with this. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to write right on my paper because I don't want to get you all confused. So this is essentially a 5x7 card mat. So I am going to make my paper, yeah, I think I am going to do 4 7/8. Would that be 4 7/8? Oopsie, it doesn't really let me write on that because the paper's kind of slick. Let me see. 4 7/8 by 6 7/8 is what I'm going to mat this one. These two are the same. Again, 2.5 by 7. So I'm going to do 2 3/8 by 6 7/8 for both of these. Now, if you want to matte layer, matte layer, matte layer, obviously you're going to keep doing that concentrically. I'm just going to put pretty papers. I'm not going to do another like purple matte and then the paper, but you know, you can definitely do that. It looks really nice. But I think it's going to be pretty heavy with paper already as it is, so I don't want to put too much more paper. Now this piece we said 3 1/2, right? So it's 3 1/2 by 5, so I want it to be 3 3/8 by 4 7/8. And these two are going to be the same, and they should be, they're 2 1/2, right? So what did I say, 2 3/8? 2 3/8 by 3 3/8. So I'm going to dig through all of these papers, and you know, you can kind of think about, okay, this paper is going to be in the back, or this one's going to be on the front. I mean, I really wanted to use this iris, but it's going to get covered up a lot because of the size, and I can always change my mind. But these guys, oh, but you know what? Maybe that would be a good matte for right in here, right? So we see it like right up front. So I might do that. Again, I'm just going to come through here and cut papers. I'm just going to pull this one out. I know this hurts us all, but we got to do it. Yeah, okay, that one's nice. I mean, there's tons of papers, and now we're going to roses. Do I want to do that? I don't know. We have these ones that are just kind of plain with the beautiful music. That might be pretty. Let me see. I feel like this is more purple, where this one is more like pink based. But that would be okay if I had this in the background, this in the front. Okay, well, I'm going to go around. I have a feeling these are going to be like my background pieces. So I'm just going to chop papers up, and I'll be back. I just finished chopping things, and honestly, in the middle of it, I was like, should I do 3/4 instead of 8s? So 3/4 would look really nice too. Like the 8s is very tight, but at the same time, like I said, this green paper isn't like my favoriteest paper. So I want to cover a lot of it. But if you want a little bit more matte, it would look something like that. You can do 3/4 instead of the 5/8 or whatever, or 3/8, whatever it was that I was doing at the time. And I'm going to put these guys here. So, look how pretty that is, kind of ghosted in the background. Lovely. A lot of irises on this one. So, I'm just going to take a moment to go through these guys and glue them down. Again, both sides of these papers are very pretty. I mean, if you wanted it to just be focal here, you can put this paper up. But I like the way those irises look in the background. So, all I'm going to do right now is go through and carefully place my mattes and layers. You know, maybe we want this to be less noticeable. I don't know if you can see how dark the music notes are here, and it does look different, right? If you have it this way or this way. Now I'm thinking I should do it the lighter ghosted way. Yes, that's what I'm gonna do. So again, just placing my layers. Okay, I'll do that here, and then I'll do the same thing for these other guys. Sorry, my washer is washing towels, and you might be able to hear it because it's like too many towels. Vianney, too many towels. Okay, so there's that, and then I'll glue these guys down pretty much the way I intended. They were kind of like this with the darker side facing up, so I'll just glue these guys on, and I'll be right back. You guys, it looks so much prettier when everything's down because it's not moving, and you can see it better. You can see what's going on much better. Okay, so this is going to glue here. Now, I was thinking about putting it right in the center, but I mean, you can put it down here, you can put it wherever, up here. Maybe it's going to go somewhere here. I don't know. And then again, I need some kind of sentiment somewhere. Are we going to put it here, or are we going to, you know, put it hang off the side? Do we want to put some little kind of lace die cut back here? Ooh, that would be pretty. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna stop wherever I was talking about. I was talking about what I want to do with this kind of thing, because I went to look for some paper. I was like, maybe I'll put some more lace kind of stuff. Anyway, I'm good. I just went in through my stash and grabbed some stuff. So what I'm trying to say is, like, where busted out is like really old things. I want this to be just, you know, regular tutorials, everyday stuff. Like things, you know, use the stuff I have basically, or the new things that come in, right? Use them. So I think from this, I'm going to use, like I said, I want to use the key for sure. It looks like it has a little tag. I don't know how small this tag is. That's the only thing. So I was like, I like this sentiment that says friends are the flowers of the garden of life, but who knows how long it is, and I don't know if this will work. So let's see that one, and let's see this. Let's see what happens here. I don't know. Maybe pushing it. Let's see. Ooh. I don't know. Oh man, if we put it right there, maybe tilted, no. Oh, bummer. I like that one. I wanted to use this. I might have to just make my own, right? I mean, this is very basic. It's just a little rectangle and whatever. So maybe we'll make our own little tag. Okay, because I still want to use that. And then I want to cut this. So this I'm going to cut out of this gold paper I just grabbed from my pile that's next to me. Definitely going to use that. We're going to tie it together and everything. We have this is our sentiment. I grabbed this because I think I was going to do it on the border, but I'm not going to do that. So let's put that to the side. That's the packaging from that. And then these guys. Okay, I was like, oh, let me go grab some flowers. And I want to show you these flowers I've been using recently. When have you seen packaging like this, especially from Recollections anymore? These are probably 10, if not older than that. 10 years is what I mean. I have them sitting in front of me because they're so pretty and I look at them. I never use them. Look at these pretty little flowers. And these are just more of like basic colors. This one, mulberry paper flowers. This one has, ooh, this one has lots of colors. Pretty, pretty. I mean, look at these, you guys. And then, well, this one's more like purples, but it looks like there's random stuff in here. Oh, how funny. I made these by hand. That's what these are. Not looking great, but, you know, I'm not going to use those today. Oh, okay, so these are just little butterflies. Oh my gosh. Gemstone butterflies, it says. Okay, well then maybe I'll use one of those. But at the very bottom, I just brought them all out because this made me laugh as I was looking, you know, which ones I wanted to use because I wanted purple flowers. I thought those were purple, but they're butterflies. This, I'm like, mini dolls? Like, what is it? What is this even? I don't even know. Apparently I've opened it, or maybe this is the way it came from the store because I don't remember using these. And they're prima little dolls. How cute are those? I made these out of acrylic, not acrylic, but, oh, how cute. What's it called? I'm sure these are collector's item by now. Maybe not. Maybe they still make them. I don't know. But they're in the same jars. That's what trips me out. I'm like, how? What? Very different. So let me think about what I'm going to do here. What was I saying about those? Oh, yeah. I made them with Shrink-It Inks plastic. You can stamp with like Stays-On ink, color them with alcohol ink markers or just Bic markers. Put them in and then you can run it through your die cutting machine so it cuts the actual shape, just like if you had the die for it. And then heat them up with your heat tool or in the oven, and they make little tiny dolls because you squished it down, you know? Anyway, let's see. Okay, long story short, let me cut these die cut pieces that I was talking about, and then I'll be right back. So normally I would have already glued these things together. I just don't know if I'm going to tuck anything behind them or, you know, whatever. So it feels kind of weird to me because my card's just sitting there kind of unassembled. Ooh, I found a little piece of lace. Maybe we'll use that. We will see. Okay, so I just stamped the words on craft cardstock because I thought it would be nicer than like a stark white tag. Sorry I have all these things sitting here, but such is life. Okay, let's see. Like I said, we'll make our own tag, but I am going to use a little tool to help me do that, so... oh, okay. Someone's here. Not here at my house, but... Alright, let's do that. That's pretty straight, I think. I'm trying to see about how much of this is. A little bit too much on the top there, so let me trim that down. Right, it was a little bit too much up there. And we'll do this. And again, I'm just eyeballing, completely eyeballing at this point. I was thinking about using... my little tag punch, but it's gonna make a really big cut there. I was talking about this thing. Not that one. Not that one. This one. The hole's kind of big, you know. So we'll just make it. And I'm just gonna eyeball this. It's gonna be similar to what came in the kit. So just a little bit like this. And you can always do this kind of thing. And then take that little piece and put it on this side and do it again. So you know it's about the same, but I am just gonna eyeball this. And of course eyeballing sometimes doesn't work out for us, but that's okay. Let me see, maybe. That's not too bad. Especially because it's gonna be kind of in the thing. Maybe I should go a little bit more this way. It's something. Okay, and then we'll make a little hole. Sorry, of course, you know I dropped something. I'll make a little hole And I don't know if you can see my ink is still wet. That's why I'm being super careful. It's like glistening right here. Let's put this guy here. Boop. All right. So we have that. Look how pretty this just cut out completely perfectly clean. Aww. So I don't know if these are supposed to be like tied together, which I might do. We'll see. Yeah, so it's going to be on here somewhere. This tag is going to be attached to it somehow, or just however, maybe in there. And then we need some stuff. So what I'm going to do, I guess I'll go ahead and glue it down now at this point, even though I don't want to, because I kind of want to know what exactly I'll be doing before I glue it down, but I don't think I'm going to add anything else. But you know, if you want to put something like in the background, or however, maybe, oh, this little lace needs to be incorporated somehow. I do want to use that. But you know, if you want to put something behind here, make sure to stick those things down, of course, first. And let's go. So here we only put glue on this, and I put it right to the edge because you want it to be really ready to go. And then I let this sit to help judge how much glue I need to put over here. So I'm gonna put glue right up to that edge. Because again, all we're doing is basically laying this down. Again, the piece that's folded over needs to go over here. And you know, wherever it is that you want to put it. And you just hold it down. So I'm keeping it straight here, keeping it straight here. And this is why I said I didn't really score it yet, just to make sure we're good. There's nothing really to score over here, but hold that down, make sure you're not gluing it together. Yay! Okay. All right, let me see if there's anything else I can put on here, because I do want to kind of fill this up with something. Let me see what else I have in my stash. I'll go through these little jars. And we'll go from there. So I grabbed two of my little butterflies. I think these are going to be adorable. I was going to put them both on here is what I was thinking, but then I thought, you know what? No, we should bring something to the back. And I want to bring this purple one back there. I don't know why. And then we have our little pieces. Again, I thought, you know, we should use this lace. What I'm going to do with this lace, I think, though, is I'm going to put it in this hole. And I probably should have punched the larger hole, but we're just going to... Actually, you know, I'm going to tie it. Sometimes when you do that double over one, it's okay, but then sometimes it looks funky. So I'm just going to tie a knot. And then we have our gold. I've got this one. It's kind of beigey. I don't know if you can see that. And then I just, you know, we got to land the plane, as they say. So I was like, what do I want to do with this? So thank you guys for being here. I know my style isn't for everybody. Obviously, I didn't have a plan here. I never do if you're new to my channel. And we just go with it. I think that's what you do at home anyway. I think a lot of times we watch tutorials and then we get discouraged because it's like, oh, I don't have this and I don't have that. And then, oh, it's never going to look as nice as hers or whoever you're watching his, you know. And, you know, that doesn't matter. Use the stuff you got. And that's one of the reasons I never really would end up doing things, right? Because I'm like, oh, I don't have those same things, especially when it's like artwork or, I don't know. Just do what you got, what you like with what you have. And so we have that, we have this. And obviously that's still too plain. Like that doesn't look great. So I was like, this is one of those moments. What I should do is so I went and grabbed one of my ephemera from the ephemera swap folders. So, nope, I opened this one this way. I mean, I was say, oh, this is cute, but it's already attached to something. We can't be picking that off of there. I guess you could, but I don't want to. So I'm looking for stuff that's like purpley or, you know, that might go. Because I was thinking maybe I can put a tag behind it or something that just gives me a little extra oomph since I don't really have the flowers that I have those little tiny flowers, but I don't want to put a bunch of those. Well, let's just start at the beginning. Ooh, hold on. This looks like an Griffin placket now. This would be nice. So, of course, I put my irises in the front because I wanted the irises to be a thing. But you know what? That's okay. We have to learn to do our layering, and if that means covering something up, we might have to do that, you know? I have my key wherever, and then I still have my little butterfly. I was thinking about some greenery, and there's actually greenery in the same one. So let me see who this was from. This was from Donna McCaffrey. Thank you, Donna. You're helping me complete this card. Very funny. You can put a little lady on there. She has some greenery cut here. That's really nice. Ooh. I think for this one, this color would be best if I'm going to go with that. So let's put those in here. Let me see how that looks with just those bits of things. And maybe I'll keep searching. Oh, that looks pretty right there, just like that. I'm telling you, that just like grounded everything, right? It's kind of weird, especially because I have this guy back here. Oh, that's the other thing. We can build up all over this if you wanted to. Oh, that looks cute. Okay. I think what I'm going to do... There's too much going on over here. This little lady. Let me reposition. I might dig through and see if there's other bits I want to use. I do like the way this looks over here, though. Just this guy is giving me anxiety here. What am I going to do with this? I think maybe this is a little bit stark. Maybe I need something back there, too. I don't know. Let me play with this a little bit longer, and then we will commit. Do you think it's just switching out the colors? Oh, that is a lot of purple up front. All right, let me see what's going on here. You know what? It might be just as little as, you know, adding some little something here just to kind of break up the plain plaque there. That's what I'll do. So, okay, let's move some of these things off. I know some people build from the back up, so they, or from top down, should I say. I'm just going to put this up here because I think that's where I like that. We'll place this back for a second. Something like that. Maybe put that there. How funny. I really wanted, well, this might be a sticker, this plaque thing, but I'm just going to stick it down. You know, the iris is to be showing more, and this is going to be in the center, and I was going to put the purple one back there. But you know what? You just mess around and see what you like. You can always take like a stamp and do a little stamping on here, like with some word stamps. You know, that always looks beautiful. Okay, let's pretend that's going to be there. If this guy's going to be here. My key. Let me see. How do I want to put the key? That's the one thing. My little key. I already forgot what I was doing. Nope. Well, maybe. Should we put him like that? No, that wasn't there. This was empty before, right? So that means it was something like this. I guess it doesn't have to be sideways either. Maybe this guy can be like this. That can be hanging off. Right? Give it some texture. This is what happens. We forget. Okay, I'm going to stick this down and just go for it. That's what you got to do. I had my idea. I was like, oh, today I'm going to make a 5x7 Z-fold, and that's as far as it got in my brain before I hopped on. You guys know me. All right, here we go. Very much Freeform Friday. Basically, that's what Freeform Friday was about. It's just making things, having fun. Obviously, using the stuff you have. I don't mind that being there. And then a few little things here. I'll be right back. I wasn't doing anything. I was just thinking. So I'm going to commit. Let's finish this guy up. I'm using 3D glue gel. I would prefer, you know, like a hot glue so I can be done with that because we're going to have to wait for this to set up. It takes 24 hours to cure this stuff, but it dries, you know, after several hours. Curing is a different thing for it to be like ready, set. I think I am still going to put this a little bit crooked. I don't know. I just like things like that. And then I'll just add some of these little guys. These are from Mayra's folders. Really sweet. And I might just add them like here and there. Alright guys, that is it. Hopefully that gives you an idea of just really using your papers, and then everything else is just, you know, what do you got? Just throw it on there and see what's up. I may end up adding a little something else here, or I don't know. We will see. But there it is. A sizable card. Lots to do. You can definitely write, you know, if you want to put like a mat here for your journaling. That way it's still kind of hidden, or here, or on the very back of the card. However it is that you like to do that. But alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll have some images for you. If there are any links available for any of the items, I'll have them in the description box, and I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye now.